Okay, welcome guys. We're going to be playing some Airships Conquer the Skies today. I was having a look through the Wargames Fest just to sort of see if there was a game that I thought I might want to play out of my library of games, and Airships is currently 60% off, so grab it if you don't have it. This is an awesome, awesome game. Like it's 10 years old, you know, from what it sort of... You know, it's saying 2018 here. I thought it was from 2015, but anyway... It looks old, but like it's as in, you know, when you look at it, you think, oh, that's an old game, but it actually keeps on being updated all the time. So it's very, very, very good. It just gets better and better all the time. One of my favourite games, really. I mean, I say that a lot about different games, but this is a game that I very happily come back to. We'll be playing this, if you are watching this on Twitch, we'll be playing this with DasTactic. So if you name airships and so on and so forth, then you will of course be banned if they die. But yeah, welcome guys. So we're just going to sort of get into it. I'll just go and play the game. 60% off at the moment. That's pretty damn good. It's a very cheap game now to play. Now where have I got that one? That's under... God, where did I put that one? Airships, there it is. There it is there. Under modern category. Okay, so it does have a co-op mode there as well. I just play it single player though, like most games. Yeah, I had a few games I was thinking of playing in this in the Wargames Fest, but this was the first one that rolled up. I thought, oh, I hadn't seen that one in the list there before. I'm just gonna grab myself a drink of water while this loads up. Hey Began, how you going? Hope anybody else has joined us as well. Alright, that's okay. Right, so here we go. Actually, I didn't even realise I had a tutorial. Began redeemed a custom reward. Let's get this party started. So do you want... we don't know how... I'll set up a conquest game and then we'll see what we end up with. So we'll go to new game. Now, what should we do here? So this is the... Hummel thing. I'll change that, but let's have a look and see. We've got the Eagle Sendry with a Border Sanguine, a red so all cannons are twice as accurate. Yeah, let's go that way. That's fine. So this is the symbol actually changes what you can then end up going and do. Or do we go for random? So minus 75% armor hit points, double lift. So we get much higher with that one. Now let's just do a few more. This one here is plus 50% that's airplanes, which I don't really want to be using. Double the number of spies, don't really want to be playing that way. This one's a hogshead, plus 100% income from pillaging. No, I don't want that. Double reputation for sending delegations. Nope. Plus 50% fleet speed. That would actually allow us to close the gap. Minus 50% armor cost, 10% minus 10% ship cost though. Steel armor. This is for an anvil. Just keep on going a few more. Low reputation decreases unrest. Okay, so spies can pursue. I don't want to sort of be focusing too much on spying. Plus 50% damage and plus 30% reload time. So it takes you longer to load, but you do a lot more damage. Plus 20% ships and building maintenance, but crew starts out as very green. No, let's keep on going. We've got 4 times faster gentle takeovers. That's not bad. There's a lot in here. Actually, let's just go back. We'll go back and choose what we want. Yeah, I'm not sure here. Plus 30% armor blast resistance. Double research from research treaties. No, we won't do that sort of stuff. I think I'll go back to the Eagle. To be honest, I think I'll just do it that way. Hi, Mr. Flegel's math class is saying, Daz, I can't keep up with all these games you're putting me into. I'm still trying to get to mid-game on Distant Worlds 2, and I'm desperate to get into Shadow Empires again. Now, what's this? Oh, you haven't seen Airships? This is incredible, this game. This is incredible. Get your wallet out, guys. 60% off at the moment. You got to grab it. It's really, really cool. So what's happening here is when you choose your coat of arms, and you have like a different way of sort of doing it. Like you've got the like these are these are sort of like full on heraldric commands. So you've sort of got like just a charge is just essentially a single area backing through there. Fess is that with a line. You've got different colours in through here. So this is if I go with red, I'll just go with this is sanguine on a fess or an eagle sendry. So it's sort of using this greenish symbol through there. If I change that to say black, is that going to change it? Yeah, so if they end up with a black eagle with the and then the background is over here, I think. Oh no, that's the actual symbol. If I go that way, so we've got sanguine on a fess or an eagle gules, which is that other red. We'll go black. An eagle proper. So it's actually that's the actual description for what we have. All cannons are twice as accurate. So let's just go that way. Yep, we'll leave. All right. So that is going to be our coat of arms. So we'll actually go with the eagle. That will then just give us accurate cannons. So Sharky Mouse saying support from the dev for this game has been outstanding. It really has. It's been incredible. It's one of these games where the Timmy is Me has also redeemed a custom reward as well. Terrorist Penguin. It's it's a game that just keeps on getting better and better and better. And it's even though it's relatively old, it just plays so well. So anyway, that's going to be where we go. Now the select hero, we'll just go through and have a bit of a look. I'm probably happy with who she is, to be honest. What does she do? Minus 15% unrest in the city, plus 50% research in the city, minus 20% upgrade cost in the city. And her experience, plus 5 from development of new technology, plus 15 from construction of a field station. Yeah, so she's all positive. She's fine. Let's just leave her. So science requires brilliant minds and robust infrastructure. Some of them actually, some of them have a problem where where their loyalty might go down. So this guy here, so Demetrios, there will be order. So he's sort of like a bit of a hardliner. And so if you do a gentle takeover of a city, he doesn't like it. Or if you do 30% from construction of a pleasure palace, he doesn't like it as well. And his loyalty will then go down. And if it goes down to the bottom, he'll then leave you. So so we'll end up with a few of these, but we'll select her as the hero. We'll just go that way. Now, the with what we are going to end up having through here, I've got the, I'll keep the display hints on at this stage. Rapid commands, so no cooldown between commands. One thing I like about the game is it does actually have a cooldown. A cooldown period between commands when you're actually giving commands to your forces. And I like playing with that one on. You can turn that one off. Direct control, yes, that's okay. Reputation, yeah, I'll leave all this stuff on. Map size, we'll just go medium. Now this here is the difficulty. This is actually a difficulty that it's a mod that I made for the game. Like to have like a few more difficulty settings put in there. So I'm playing on a bit hard, where the AI income is a little bit more than mine, and its construction speed is a little bit further up as well. And we start off with no ship, so we've got to then build our ships fairly quickly. I'll go with land being mixed. I think that will be okay. That way we'll have a fair bit of tank action as well as the of course the airship action. Monsters will be on default, heroes will be default, incidents will be default, research will be slow, starting tech will be tier 1, just so we can get started a little bit. So we'll just go that way. So we'll start the game. It's now sort of building the land mass for us. So there's a diplomacy method in this as well. Hi Tenru, how are you going? Alright, so we are in here. We're on pause at the moment. So hints will appear down in here. Bigger technology, I'll just get rid of these. Send us, yeah, so we've got a foreign spy. Currently pause, yep, okay, blah, blah, blah. You can build a new airship. You can build a large port. So these are all different things. It's sort of just giving us a bit of a look at what we can do. This is the reason I'm leaving this on is because you can make a trade treaty with TIS. So it's actually telling me things that of some of the other factions are likely to do. You can make a non-aggression pact with Zangor if we wanted to. So these are it just gives me a little bit of a guidance as to what to look for down through that other side. So the way the game works is we've got essentially a world, which is this is the world. So that's the world that we're playing in. We can sort of see, to a degree, most sort of like basic aspects of what we can sort of see down through here. Like, for example, we can see that there are airships. We don't know what they are, so we need to get spies in these locations to get a feel for what's going on. So we happen to be in here now. When we have a look at what we've got. There will be different things. For example, like this here is a nitra. This is a nitra caverns. These stinking caverns contain the most pure nitra, a prime ingredient for explosives. So we get plus 15% damage from explosives if we because it's actually inside our territory. So that's actually a good one. This one over through here, for example, is there are many people in the city desperate for any work, so the crew maintenance cost is less by having that particular one in through there. We don't have any others. What's this one through here? This is Institute of Anatomy. This venerable institute makes a study of monsters. So double research from defeating monsters. So and then there's different things. The roads are important because that's actually the only way to actually get between the various cities, particularly for your tank forces. The airships can go anywhere they like. So the airships just take a direct line, but the tanks that you build have to go through along the roads. Now there is actually a crest. These are sort of like these are monsters. So there's a wasp nest in through there. There's that's going to be opium. So minus 10% unrest in the city, plus minus 10% construction speed, and 40% income from trade treaties. So anyway, it's saying that Zangor we could have a non-aggression treaty with. Now, if we do that, it's sort of there's looking at the roads from Axis Mundi back in through here. If they were trying to get to us with tanks, they would have to go through Zandor before they could actually get to us. I'd like to be able to take over the groups that are near us. So Canata, maybe we'll have a look at is. It's been a little while since I've played it, but we'll just have a quick look at the. Where is it? If I go to diplomacy, I'll just start there. So we can sort of see what the different groups have got. So these are the different groups. If you have a look at Canata, these are revolutionary. Intends to free the world, likes other revolutionaries. So that's not us. Similar strength. So they're going to be a problem. So I think we'll take them out to start with. TIS is a contender. Similar strength to us, of course. Everyone's going to be similar strength. The Zandor is a pacifist. So in this case, that's why we can actually make a peace treaty with them straight away. So what we'll do, I think, is make an offer. I'll do the offer here just to block them off. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I probably want to start focusing on Canata first. So make the offer, non-aggression pact. And you can see there is like this +5 just means that that's their evaluation. Now, do they have anything that's we can get a research treaty as well. That gets it down. Actually, no, we can't do that with 0. It has to be slightly positive. So what else could we do? I don't really want to give anything else back up at this stage. Let's get rid of that one. So with -1, we could receive $100. We might as well do that one. We'll still actually this will still work. So it's just it's a simple sort of system here. And if we have a look at what we can do here with the offers, so we were suggesting that we can make a trade treaty, and we can even receive another 100 there as well, and still make that offer. Some of the others as well. There's another contender. There's no positives in there, so they won't actually do that. Cancel. Honourable. Let's see if they've got anything. Not yet, because we're not honourable yet. So the amounts will sort of go up with what you can then go and do. Villain back in through here, Contender back in through this other side as well. So anyway, that's okay. This is why I like to have that help on, if we can do it that way. We need to start research. The research I tend to like to get is, if I sort of scroll back down, is reinforced hulls initially. This one, so we've got gunnery, like this is we start off, because we started off with all of tech level 1, we've got all of this one through here, we don't have to go and build those. So we sort of start off with these. And if you don't start off with those, it takes a bit of time just to sort of at least get those ones going. But if we go this way here, we can actually go down to the reinforced hulls. That's a good one for us to go and get. The scientific method as well, the pressurized suspendium dust tanks. But the heavy wooden armor, it does give us a lot of abilities. So I'm going to go and grab that one. So it's going to take 2 years, 5 months, and 3 days to get that research. So we'll just go and leave there. And so that's now the research that's being done. Heroes, we've only got the one, so she's essentially in charge of our main city, I think. Do we have to assign her? Yeah, no, she's already in Hummeling. So Hummeling is sort of where she's actually activated. So let's go and have a look at our actual forces. So if we just go across and look at the defences, just see if we need to go and change anything. So these are what we actually have through here. So we can design all these different things up. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad as well. So it's these aren't very good. But we'll come back for those. So I just wanted to get a bit of a feel for how we started. We'll just go to defences in through here as well. And again, we've got no cannons, and yet cannons are really what we're good at. So that's not great for us, unfortunately. There's a lot of they're using like rifles or muskets. So we'll probably end up coming back eventually to fix these ones up. So just go and leave that one. So we've got defences, design ship and build ship. I do actually have other ships that I've designed in the past, so I'll probably just roll them out, I think, and just use them initially, just so we don't have to actually go through the whole process of designing them. The land ships as well. Land ships are interesting because we're going to have, we'll be able to come through and take this one here and start the process, but do we want to do that before we do land ships before airships? Let's just go to the airships that we've actually got. So there's a whole lot that have come back through. This is like the ones that come with the game itself. I've got some money, but not a hell of a lot. If I just go to Twitch, and I'll just go to my obsolete ships because these will still be available. The basic attack ship is the one that I probably really want to be starting with. So it's going to cost me 1,200. So I think I'll grab one of these to start with. This is actually a battleship that I had designed, like at a previous time. So I think I'll go with this particular ship, and I'll build a couple of these. So the first one will be the Beacon, and then Timmy as me will be the second one. So we'll get 2 of those. So I'll just go and cancel that. So we need to get our money up. Now we've got 1,500. Actually, that should be enough. Why can't I build that? Build ship. Oh, I can build it. Okay, so we're going to build this particular ship to start with. So, and this will be the first one here will be the Beacon. So that will be the first of our ships. And we will go through how to design the ships and how to fix them all up and stuff like this, but we'll just start off with this just so we can at least get started. So that will give us our first ship, and we're getting plus 86 at the moment coming back through, so we'll just unpause the game. It's now sort of moving forward, so this is Beacon being built. We can go and get like things like the Fleet Academy and the large port, so we can get plus 18 income. That's actually big. Let's go and build that as well at Hummeling. So getting the income up. Oh, Axis Mundi has declared war. Now where the hell are they? Just pause for a second and we'll just have a bit of a look around. Axis Mundi, where are you? Now they start off with ships. Oh, it was this one over here. Now, the trouble with this one is that they can go straight through here if they needed to get to any of our cities. So we'll start to see them coming, but we won't know what's where. The fact that they've declared war, I'm going to go into their I'm going to send, I've got one spy to send. Let's go that way. So we'll start to infiltrate. Supreme Plague has also redeemed a custom one. Would like a land unit when possible. Okay, I'll remember that. So we will have tanks as well that we'll be building. So the tanks can be very, very good at different things. Right, we'll unpause, and we're going to see their ships coming. When we infiltrate, we can then see what they've got. And so we want to see what they've actually got, so we can counter it. Now, Beacon is still being built. We've got this one now. You can see we've now got a look. This has gone down a bit because we're now supporting a bigger units. All right, so spy is active in through here. View the city, and so what we're seeing through here is that this is what their defences are like. They've got cannons, rifles, mainly rifles. One cannon there, a lot of protection. Double cannons there. Actually, that's double cannons there as well. And another one there as well. So they've got like a lot of cannons that all point front ways. All right, so we'd have to take the city. Really, the ideal would be to be back in here and bombarding. Their ship that they've got is, and we can't see inside the ship because we don't have enough information. One cannon, 3 rifles, similar to us, but they do actually have a tank. They're using like an air tank for that one, so we can actually sort of now see that that's going to be weaker than my ship. They've only got one ship though. They'll be wanting to try to build more as well, I would guess. So we need to get up to another 1,220, and then we'll be able to then build our second ship. In fact, are we still building that one? No, that's the large port now being built. But yeah, so we'll just wait until we've got the money. But that large port is going to essentially allow us to get like a big boost in money yet again. I've got a trade treaty with Xandor. We'll accept that. I should have checked to see if we could have milked anything else out of it. Now it goes through eras as well. At the first era we only get the one spy. Like I would like to send a spy down to Canata, so that we can know that they've got airships, so they could target anything. They're going to be relatively slow. Up to 800 now. Money is coming up. So we can see what they're doing in their city. Nearly there. And now we're back up to 89. We'll get another airship now, so we'll just pause that one. So build airship, and we'll go back to the basic attack ship and go and build it. Some of these we can't build, like the version 2 has got certain things on it that, like the reinforced wooden armor is not available yet, so we can't actually grab that particular one. But we'll just go back to the basic attack ship and build that one. And this will be the Timmy is me. So this will be the second one. Now I'll just read a few more of the comments there. Hi Supreme Plague, how you going? Saying woohoo, Airships is back. Well, 60% off now, guys. So if you are wanting to grab it for the next few days while the War Game Fest is on, this game is 60% off, which is great. Time of Airships is upon us again. It is indeed. And Timmy's been saying free extra $4 never hurts. So Supreme Plague is then saying, Daz, have you ever had a game where the AI tried to overrun you and you had to go defensive? Just curious how tactical the AI plays. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, it can be very, very aggressive. I'm sort of interested that it declared war but then didn't go after me, which is sort of interesting. So like they may have their spy in our city for all I know. I just don't know. So Stream playing, so I'm not sure if I'm grabbing if I'm grabbing it. I love watching you play it though. It's a great little game. It is a very, very cool game. We're going to send our airships against theirs. We go to Nettacar and try to sort of push things forward a little bit. So Yatina is saying, I bought the game and found out that I don't enjoy the core part of the game, the ship designing. Every one of my designs ended up looking like a brick. Too much artistic freedom for my taste. It's sort of one of those things where like you can do a lot with the game, but yeah, you do want to, like you need to, I'll go through airship design a bit later on. I can sort of show you aspects. Maybe when we get this first lot of technology, we'll then sort of go and do it, have a look at it. But it's good. Yeah, a fellow brickmaker says, yeah, I tend to do that too. And you can see that with the design of the ships that we've got, like these are flying bricks basically. But I'll go through why they're designed that way. Now, you can certainly do a lot of different things, and there's also a lot of mods. And I've loaded in a fair few mods, I think, of different ways that different cities can actually have a theme to the way that they actually design things, which is quite nice. So we've only got the one enemy at the moment, which means we can be a bit aggressive. We don't know exactly what's going to be in here. So we could actually go and take this one on. We've only got the one ship, but if I have two ships, that's going to really put them off. So let's just go and wait for the Timmy is Me to be built. And we'll send them in. I'm going to say maybe, but it looks so... Well, they don't have to be ugly. Blackmail opportunity. Your agents have found incriminating evidence, actually I'll just pause that, about Pramp, which would damage the reputation if made public. Where's Pramp? Where are they? There they are, way down there, still in the same landmass as us. Blackmail them. Yes, well, let's go and do that. So there'll be negative impact with that one. Pramp pays you in exchange for documents. Great, okay. They'll now dislike us a bit more. And that gives us another, like Timmy is Me is being built. It gives me another thing I can then go and build. This one in here, what else can we build in here? We've got a port, which is going to give me, if I get the port, that's going to be plus 10 income. The market is plus 6 income. Field station there is plus 5 research, but with 3 maintenance cost. If I go down to this one here, give me the field station, the garrison, gets rid of unrest, market, 6 income, port there, 10 income. I think I'll actually start by building more ports. Let's go to both of these locations and build ports for them. These will become more valuable for people. And what we should possibly do is actually look at making our defences better. Let's look at our homeland again. We've got it's not terrible. Like it's not very, very bad. There's the Timmy is Me is being built. There's the Beacon already just sort of sitting there waiting. This one is not great, but if we go back to these, and again I'll just use standard buildings that they've got. Just go back to the defences. I can move these around a little bit, so I'll just go and do that. Just going to move this one over to here. You can see there's a cost to some of these. Like if we don't, like if it goes purely on level ground, it doesn't cost anything. But as soon as I start to push it onto ground where it needs to terraform the land, it's then costing me. So I'll just go to where it doesn't cost anything, so we can just move it straight away there. These are suspendium columns, which we have to be also a little bit careful of if we did bring tanks into the game. I'll probably build it myself a tank as well, just for defense. So if we go back with, but I will go to build buildings and just see what we've actually got again. I'll just go back to my Twitch. I've got the Shining Tower 2, which is 2 cannons. There's some rifles on the back. Yeah, I'll go and just open this one up. So we've got like lots of rifles, tanks, but these have also got like aerial charges. Anything that goes above them will actually then end up with a being attacked with with essentially bombs that go upwards. So we'll go and open this one up and throw that one at the back. And I can build myself one more of those. Actually, let's go and leave. And then what we can do is also have a look to see if we do go for a tank. I'll just go to build landship and go back to Twitch again. So some of the game comes with a whole lot of different designs anyway, but we'll just go back into here. So this is the yeah, these are, I've got different sorts of designs in here with different sorts of tanks. In reality, I want to get the tracks. So it'll be a little while, Supreme Play, before I can actually go and get a land unit, because I'll probably end up waiting for this one here, I think, just so we can sort of get that one. So I think I'll cancel that particular build. The other areas, these are all going to become more valuable to us. We'll just go to the defences here. So we're building that one there. We'll just leave that one. What about this one here? Defences. This one's got lots of rifles in it. Sort of pretty much towards the back of the map. Yeah, that'll do. All right, that'll do us. So go and leave that one. Amuse Me is nearly ready. Oh, the other thing we need to do is, this is the supply of the ships. So we'll possibly need a supply ship to get back. It can be. You can see I can't actually reach there. Insufficient supply to move. So I'm just going to build myself a supply ship as well. And 300 we need for that. Just wait. So supply ships are used to ferry supplies around. So I'll just go and build another one of those. These are fairly cheap. You can attack the heretics nearby to gain resources or for some other advantage. Actually, that's a good point. I've left the heretics are still here, and so these a group of heretics have built a tower here to preach their dubious theology. So far, they are few in number and could be easily suppressed. If we go and do that one, we get benefit for that one by having them in our territory as well. Is a bit of a negative. Fleet is strong enough to attack Nettacar as well. So it's again, the tips are handy. So Nettacar is actually the one I was focusing on, and it's saying we're now strong enough to go and do that one. Let's go and clear out the heretics though before somebody else does it. So in this case, we actually have the two beacon ships. We're still building. Yeah, the supply ship is still being built. When we have a look at it, we've got the different arrows. That's got like a green arrow. So this one's got sufficient supply to attack, sufficient supply to return. So this is actually fine for us to go and grab that one. If we run out of supply though here, we can, at least we can still get back. If we have a look at back over here, yeah, there's still enough to return from there as well. This one here, we don't have sufficient supply to return. So we've got enough to attack it, but not to return. Let's go and clear these out first anyway. So we've got the two ships are selected. They've got this, like the border around them. Let's just go and do this attack. So they're now going to move off. There's a supply ship. Actually, I hope, I'm so worried about the supply that's on there. Age of Commerce. So this is now the second age, now already come across. So a time of great trading fleets and massive profits. These are random as to what you get. So plus 50% income from trade treaties, which is good. You can send out trading expeditions to make money. 15 base research, 2 spies available now, 9 unrest per city, 3 unrest per town. So our unrest will be going up a little bit. So what we now need to do is I'll just pause that one. We want to send a spy down into here, our second spy. Still got the spies active through here. This is the network, so we're at 17 at the moment. 20 we can see the insides of ships and buildings. 30 we can inspect fleets belonging to this empire. 40 we can view all cities belonging to this empire, and 50 we can see the insides of ships and buildings in all cities belonging to this empire. So as we get these spies involved, they'll then do more. Let's just go and do this attack. Okay, so here we go. So we've got the and they're actually using that that hardliner. So what we end up having through here is we now actually start the this is a plausible real time game, and they've only got the one. This is their tower, and so we can see their tower has really only got you know, like from either side. It doesn't matter which side we attack it from. They've only got rifles, and it's made out of brick. It's also important to know what sort of equipment that you're going up against. In our case, we've got our airships up through there. I'm just going to move them down to a lowish position, so I can actually just sort of have them just positioned underneath these floating islands. And we'll move this one through to there as well. And so I'm just going to tell them at the start of the game, I want them to, actually no, we can't do the move just yet. We'll get started, and we'll just pause now. I can give them different orders. So with the beacon, I've got like things, for example, like trying to take direct control, or I can just move it. There is actually a cooldown though for any order that I give. Ramming something, not that we want to do that with this ship. Ground the ship. We can sort of tell it how fast to fire. Like at the moment, we're going with essentially normal fire. We can go with rapid fire. Quite often, aimed fire is a good one if you're going to running out of ammunition, which we may do. So I might just give that order. See how there's now a cooldown, and so same with Timmy is me. I'll make that into an aimed order, which means that they're going to be firing less but more accurately. So the cannons are already now firing. These are the cannonballs firing away at this particular location. Let's have a look, and they're firing back at us as well. So we're not really doing much. We have to close the gap. Okay, so now we've done that, we can now go and start to move across. We'll just move in nice and close. So we'll move the beacon into here where the cannons can really do some big damage. And Timmy as me will also move in, but stay up a little bit. The field of fire is important to sort of know what they do. I'll start to move in. If we hit things, we can take damage, so we do have to be a bit careful. We are scooting low to the ground. When you shoot, you can shoot through ground. And we can hear the thumps now going in. There we go, we've taken out one of theirs. So we should be able to destroy this one without really taking too much damage. Another thing, let's just go through what you can do in the game. You can play at a very low speed, and to be honest, I prefer playing that way when the battles become big. Conrad Amber is insane to the left. I think you were referring to where that group was that we were trying to look at. So we've got you can have reserves. AI control, you can just leave the AI to sort of do it yourself, so they'll do everything. Outside view will then just sort of show you what's happening with your ship. So you start to see different things happening. This will give you a few clues as to what's going on with the ship. If I unpause it, you'll see certain things coming from the ship, from the designs sometimes, which will give you clues to what's actually on the inside of the ships. Like for example, these areas here are the suspendium engines, so they actually are how we getting our lift. So our lift is done not through airships in this case, but through these two chambers in the actual design itself. Anyway, we'll continue on. This is not going to take very long. The cannon is very good at smashing through brick, and I'll go through when we start to design things. You know how different materials work. Now got fires. It looks like we've got it. Victory. That was good. So summary is essentially what happened through there. So they both survived. The Heretic Tower survived essentially, but they did actually they did come back. Now this is from Hummerling. This is actually what we ended up having with the actual with the amount of damage that was dealt. The damage that was dealt, they had 10 deaths. On their side with Heretics, we had 0. Accuracy was 82%, which is good. Damage dealt was only 500. So our damage was a lot more than what theirs was. The ship stats, we can then sort of see who performed. Timmy as me was firing at 78%. Beacon was closest, so we've got the 86%, and we can sort of then have a look to see what what actually happened through here. Ammo used 33 out of 200. That's one thing we're going to have to be a little bit careful of, is the ammo. So that's why going in with those, I should have actually set that up at the start. Anyway, we'll just go OK. So in this case, the heretics were defeated in chains. Some convert back to their true faith, others or to the true faith. Others choose death. Their possessions are confiscated. So we ended up with getting plus 300, plus 10 supplies, and plus 3 reputation. So, and that's what it's telling us down through there, which I'll just click on OK. I'll just pause for a second. Okay, then we have, you can send Xandor an ultimatum demanding tribute, which will likely succeed. So we could actually go and, so Xandor down the bottom through here. No, hang on, where's Xandor? This is this group in here, Zangor. If I go and have a look at that with diplomacy with Zangor, do we want to do it? This is an ultimatum. It's an ultimatum there. Make offer. There's really nothing much. So I'll go with a research treaty. Look, I might, I forget what it was saying that we could actually go and do, but if we go with, if we go with that one there, we might as well be friendly with them, I think. And we'll receive some money, thank you. We'll go that way. So we're getting more treaties with Zangor. They're at war with Tykes, non-aggression pact with Axis Mundi and Drazel as well, from what we can sort of see down through there as well. So Axis Mundi is a crusader. It's now weaker than us. It's at war with Zangor. Hang on, does that work? It's not, that doesn't sort of make sense, does it? At war, sorry, non-aggression pact. I was looking at the wrong area. So they've got a non-aggression pact with Zangor through there. And they're a conqueror, which we have to be a bit careful of. They're at war with the two that we're actually looking at. So Tix is something we're going to have to be concerned about. All right, so we're going to now go, with this one through here, I can now go one way to Nettacar, but I can't come back. So we're going to go back to our home, and then we'll go and do the attack on Nettacar. Okay, we got to 800. Okay, we've got a peace movement. Your people are growing tired of your war with Axis Mundi, and so are theirs. They demand that you negotiate a truce, so pro-war advisors suggest that you instead use the negotiations to humiliate the enemy. So we'll, I'll use the, I'll suppress the peace movement here, I think, because we do want to take Nettacar. Okay, so make it clear that there's no peace with Axis Mundi, only victory. Peace movement suppressed, plus 20% in unrest in all towns for 6 months. So we end up getting, the unrest actually causes problems for us. So our 2 ships are now rearmed. So they do have to rearm. So this is actually, I'll just leave it over through here. So they've actually now come back. You can see 2 ships were now rearmed. So the bullets and things that were here have now all been reset. The supply ship, I'm just going to turn that one off because we can now go across to Nettacar, so we might as well do this attack. Enough for a safe return. So we now need to do supply allocation. Yep, so as much as we can go enough for a safe return, which is all we need to really do, I think. Now they're moving off to protect it. And we didn't have a look. I should have had a look to see what they had done. If you view the city in through here, yeah, they've left the city with no airships in it. They may have multiple airships. Let's just see how we go. So they're waiting for us. Right, here we go. So we've now got the combat. Yeah, they do have multiple. Okay, so with and we can pretty much get to the same height as theirs at this stage as well. That's just nothing. That's just something in the air. If we have a bit of a look, what we can see through here is there's nothing tricky about this, I don't think. Like, there really isn't too much. This one does have the cannon, so this is the one that we need to be actively. Yeah, that can be slightly ahead of, slightly higher than us. So we just go into move to there, move into that one through there, and I'm just going to start and then pause. Let's just go through and play it at quarter speed. And I'm just going to go through. I've already got this has already been set for. It is actually got the aimed fire with both of those, so it's got the same one that we had there before. Focus on shooting. I can either focus on this, will then just help on what we have with our crew, with what they're doing. So I'm just going to have them, like, they're just focusing on firing at this point in time, and that's okay. Target ship. I do want to target this particular ship, so I'm going to tell both ships to target this ship here. And again, this will then mean that we have a cooldown in terms of the of what orders we can then go and give. So these cannons will then come up. Be careful, there may be bombs. Yeah, they've got grenades. So these guys here are grenadiers. So what we need to do here is make sure that we stay away from the from what's actually happening through here. So I'm just going to start to move the beacon back to there. Yeah, we've got a couple of grenades that have actually hit us. But we're smacking through their hull. They've got grenades now firing out at Timmy as me. So we'd go and move back here again as well. Just need to stay away from their grenadier abilities. That will sort of do explosive damage, which will actually hurt my ship. So that's all okay at this point in time. You can see there the ammo, the water that we have for fighting fires, coal is like how much we can sort of then move around, and then the crew. No, there's been no real crew problems. It will then wait for its orders as well. So we've got lots more cannons than what they've got. Great, we've got a fire that's now started on their, so we've hit that with a cannon, and a fire has now started on their ship. So their firefighting, we'll have to then try to put that out. It missed. It actually, something blew up in there. We don't know what it is that's inside there, but this is now the start of something where the fire is now going to get a bit more out of control. Let's just focus on this for a little bit. They're still firing their cannon at us as well. So their big dust tank into here can explode. Actually, no, the fire's now been suppressed. But see how stuff has been blown out of the bottom of their ship? That's now going to cause them issues. Now, I don't know if they had a bomb bay. In fact, I think that is a bomb bay there. So if they had got on top of us, they would have been able to bomb us. So this is fine. Just got rifle fire coming from here. It's the cannon here that's the bigger problem. They're trying to get their grenadier to come back and hit the beacon again, so I'm just going to move back again. And I'll do the same with Timmy as me. We've got grenadiers down here as well, which have been attacking this other ship. So their cannon is going after Timmy as me, but you see we're smashing our way through their ship. This one has suffered because of the grenadier at the bottom here. So we have no target there for the grenadier. So they keep on moving back in through here. We'll just keep on moving back a little bit as well. So they've got better lift than what we've got. Do more damage. So we hit out an order to try to close the gap, but just couldn't actually quite get there. Might let this one now sit where it is, because as this one gets closer, the grenadier will then be able to kick back in and do damage. So even if we take damage from their grenadier, yo, this is good. Now that suspendium tank there has now taken a hit and it's now ripped, and so it's now losing its lift. So its lift will now come down a little bit, which means its grenadier is no longer going to be able to fire at us, which is gives us the advantage. So now what we'll do is we'll move the Timmy is me on top, still allow the the actual cannon to work, but we can then start to use the grenadier there. And it's actually now crashed into the other one. We'll move the beacon down as well. So they're now pushing each other down. There goes our grenades. We're missing because they're still falling. Now we've still got they didn't even have a look at this. We've still got to get rid of that. But we'll do that one afterwards. So we're now throwing grenades down. And so we'll bring this one down now to attack there. And Timmy is me is actually now going after the other one. But we'll go and just finish off these in through here. So we're hitting it with grenades. We've still got heaps of ammo, which is good. Grenades are hitting this now, which is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, they can just hit us with their cannon. The grenades will ultimately do a lot more than pretty much anything else. Just move that one out of their cannon range. They're losing more height. So with the beacon, I could actually use my hull to land on top of it. This one can't do anything anymore. Let's just finish it off with the with these grenades. The more we can get these grenades going, the better. Whoa, we just got a bit of friendly fire there. So more grenades flying in here, which is good. It's exploding at the back. So we're playing on quarter speed. So this is it took out its own other ship. This ship has actually spun around, I think. Smashing through here, doing a lot of damage all the time now. Still got we just got to always be careful of our ammo, and we're doing okay here with the ammo. So the cannons are still firing at the main area. This another fire is now broken out. What I might do with the Beacon is actually change the target to the bottom ship, because what I don't want to have happen is, yeah, so I'll just keep on now trying to blow the bottom one up, because, oh, there we go, a bit of debris. If we can blow this one up, it'll then burn the ship above it. So these ships are completely useless with where we are. How are we going against this? It's a long way away. It's only got rifles as well, so we don't really have to worry about it until we get to the end. As long as we've got about 50 ammo left over at that point, we're going to be okay. We should be able to take it out. What I might do is I might move the Beacon across to fire at this thing, because there's nothing that can shoot at us from the back, and it's now sort of, they're stuck together. So I'm going to move. If I move and then press the F key, I can then flip. So let's go and do this. Dusk is coming. So dusk, distracting light from the west, means shots fired from right to left are less accurate. Oops, we're going to hit. Just missed. The airship. So we've now flipped around, and now we can just focus on taking out this ship below with everything we've got. So Gemini's just saying they need a smoke generator technology so you can hide and escape. These two ducks are saying, yeah, I forgot about this game. It's pretty damn good. Is it me, or it's just that take forever to research in this game? I've got the research on slow anyway. That way we just get to play with the ships a bit more, rather than always updating them. I like this, even just the sort of very simplistic way that this is all sort of happening. We've got fires now breaking out in the game. Sorry, on the ships. So things are now exploding all over the place. So the different componentry will in that first ship, it looks like it's actually now been completely destroyed. There we go, more explosions. And that is that, I think. Still says we've still got targets there, so they're still operational. We've still got the bridge and so on and so forth there. We're still down to, we've still got over half of our ammunition. Yeah, we'll let the Beacon take this one out. Let's now move the Timmy as me across. And we'll move this one down to attack this. That's a long way away. We'll start there, and then we'll bring back the Beacon in a minute. Right, it's got victory there. Did we actually win? Yeah, we did. Okay, so they gave up. So the Torture and the Renown were their two ships, which were destroyed. The Radiant Fortress surrendered in the end. So that's a victory to us. So we'll go and click on OK. And so we now control this territory. So just conquered Nettacar, choose how to take it over. So with what we end up having through here, we've got different ways we can do it, like a gentle takeover. So a slow and gentle transfer of power that leaves the city mostly intact. Time taken 5 months, devastation 1, so it's going to be there for a little bit of time, but if we can either pillage it brutal takeover or gentle takeover. Now, I'm going to be wanting to control this whole territory, so I'm going to go with a gentle takeover through here. We've got another 1,000 through here. It's going to be a little while. So Supreme Plague, you actually wanted the, was it Supreme Plague that wanted to have the, yeah, Supreme Plague wanted to have the tank. It's going to be a while before we actually get a tank. So did you want me to just grab, I was going to grab a third airship. Do you want that instead? Let's continue on. So we've got, that's now taken away part of what they can then go and do. We should be able to get Fuchtenbach as well at some point. They're not going to be able to do too much here without rebuilding. Our ships here have, there's no real damage done to the ships, so we don't have to sort of repair them at all. So our ships were very, very cool. So we can send 2 ships on an expedition to uncharted lands for 300, and yeah, they'll be, no, let's not do that one. So we can move back home, or we can just stay where we are. And I'm thinking we stay where we are and move the supply ship over to it. Leaves Humling. Oh, we're not going to afford to get a third ship. The Axis Monday is so desperate for feast, we're going to demand tribute in exchange. Yeah, let's do that. Show me how. Click on the diplomacy button at the top, find and make the make peace button, and click on the plus demand tribute. Okay, let's just do that one. So diplomacy, I love this. Make peace, but with the demand tribute, receive 10% of their income. So the truce for us, we get because of what we've done, so there'll be formal cessation for 1 year, but we can demand tribute from them. We'll receive 10% of their income. So we can do that one. We can also get another 100 from them. And that's pretty much what it's going to be. If we demand towns, no, they're not going to do those, so that's okay. So we'll make the offer. So we're no longer at war with them. So we're now in a truce with them for 1 year. So we've still got the general takeover. This now means that we can now operate differently. So let's go back in. We've got to wait for the gentle takeover to come. We don't have any governors or anything in these particular cities, but we'll just leave that one where that is. Now, we've now got hold of this opium. So minus 10%, minus 10 unrest in the city, minus in each city, minus 10% construction speed, but plus 40% income from trade treaties. So disabled at the moment due to the ongoing takeover, but that will kick in once we actually claim this one. Must have been some monster there that was taken out as well by the looks of things. All right. Oh, here we go. We've got a trade treaty. We'll accept that offer from Tix. So this is all money. You're strong enough to declare war on Canata. So that's something we do want to go and have a look at. Let's go and see, because we've now got a spy in Canata. So we'll go back into here and have a look at see what they've got. They're using the same sort of governor. The difficult governor. Let's go and view the city. So they are using mainly just rifles again. Very, very simple. And if we can get in behind them, we're going to be fairly effective. We could build a bomber to try to take these locations out. And here they're using planes. Now that's going to be a little bit tricky for me. Not too bad, but it's something that I'd be wanting to. Look, that's the only ship that we can sort of see that they've got at this stage. We'll come back to that one. Demand tribute for peace. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I won't do that one. I think what we'll do is we'll stay with what we've got. Oh, hang on. This is a monstrous shell walker has appeared here. So this is a monstrous shell walker, a construct of bone and metal, has appeared in this area. It spends most of its time of its time dormant, but rapidly destroys any approaching airship or land ship. This is, and I don't know how powerful this thing actually is. So what we can do is actually send in. I think we can. No, sure. Actually, I'll just do a quick save. And because I don't know if we can run away straight away. With what we have through here, we're now safe enough to go home. Yeah, I'll go back that way. I was considering going and taking it, but let's just leave it there. That usually means that you lose money, but we've still got a very, very good, like the money situation is good. If we go back in and we'll build a third ship, so and then we'll sort of go, and that will give us a lot of capacity for moving into the south through here. So that one there, that's for defeating monsters. But this will be where we could certainly take that. Well, let's go and build a third airship at Hummeling. We now are making good money here and here as well with the ports that we built. But if we go into build ship, and we'll go back to the basic airship. We also have the bomber airship, which has got like bomb bays at the bottom. Now this will rip apart those other areas. This is a lot cheaper, but these big attack ships that we've got are very, very well protected. So let's just go and grab another one of those. So Supreme Plague is saying my choice. Yeah, I think I will call this one yours actually, because it's going to be a while before we can get tanks. And I'm not going to build tanks until we got the tracks. So Spring Plague, there we are. Okay, so that'll be the next one. Now we can essentially, with the supplies that we have, yeah, I'll wait for the supplies to come up. Okay, so this is the citizens of Nettacar urgently desire a return to their town to Axis Mundi. Offer you if you'll let them go. So we're going to get local unrest. So because we want to keep this one going. So we do actually have unrest in through here. So yeah, we'll just keep it going there for now. We'll take all the trade treaties. We'll accept that offer. Yeah, we can put ships there. We can build a garrison there as well. Actually, we now have it. So this is now... so Tis bans opium. Your merchants complain that Tis has banned the sale of opium, a trade good which they have been making excellent profits. I'm going to ignore the ban, I think. We're pretty powerful at the moment. Go that trade treaty there. Our money is going up all the time. Your merchants complain that Tis has banned the sale of opium, a trade good which they have been making excellent profits. We ignore the ban. Push our weight around a little bit here, so we now control the opium. I won't go back there yet. Now at Hummeling, we'll go and build a bomber ship as well. And we don't have anyone else that's redeemed a name, so we'll just leave that one where that is. Okay, Tis have responded to your demands by expelling all your citizens from its realm, a dire provocation. So they cancelled the trade treaty with Tis and cancelled the research treaty with Tis. Tis is up here, isn't it? No, that's Tixie. Where's Tis? Not seeing it. Bridge. I'm missing it there. Where the hell is it? Let's just go back to the diplomacy. It said TIS, didn't it? Maybe it's not a, maybe it's just, oh, there it is. Ah, there it is there. I thought it was all one big colour there. If we went to war with them, they're a little bit too far away. What's this? Yeah, they get aeronautical workshop there. I mean, it would be nice to have, but we don't actually have, so I'm just going to accept it. Our reputation will go down. We've got a reputation of 50 at the moment. So we're down to 47. So I won't worry about that one. And now they're at war over here as well. So there's a land tank going across there, and this one is going in to attack Sodvale. So we'll declare war once we get the supplies up. And we'll get the bomber airship as well. See what happens out of this fight. Now there's another one going in for the same attack. They took it. They're now retreating back. That was interesting. So they took it with their airships. Well, let's wait until we sort of see what's coming before we sort of send anything down. They've got combined forces there. We've always got the reinforced hulls here now. Okay, they're off to attack way up there. That's a long way away. Okay, diplomatic offer from Canata, trade treaty. No, we're going to be going to war very soon. In fact, we can do it now if we wanted to. I think what we'll do is we'll wait for this one to... Oh, that one's gone off again. Let's go to Canada. Declare war. Okay, will they come back? Let's move our full fleet. I've got the bomber, including the supply ship, I think. We'll move everything down to attack the actual Canata home system, the home city. You've only got the one ship. It's just powerful with what they've got there, so we'll just leave that one behind. Okay, we'll accept that one. Reinforced hulls are very, very close now. Oh, just declared war. All right. So we're going to be careful. Okay, dear Ambassador, your encouragement bears fruit in that the mob of citizens attacked and murdered the ambassador from Tis. It's remained to see how they respond. They responded with war. So your citizens, yeah. So we declared war declared over dead ambassador. So your citizens, egged on by the government, have murdered the ambassador from Tis. They in turn have declared war on you. So we could have just gone with. Our reputation could have been intact. Now, what do they have? That's their fleet, which is actually going down. It looks like they're at war with them as well. If we just go to diplomacy and look at TIS. So they're at war with Axis Mundi, Abton Dys, and with us as well. Yeah. So they're going in to attack that particular location. What I might do is, these guys are still, they're building a large port now. I'm going to recall our spy. And I'm going to send the spy over here. Just so we can see what their fleet is. It looks like it's been fairly powerful. They've been able to take over a lot of this territory. So we'll destroy Canata here, hopefully. Now, we've got reinforced hulls are super close. We've got good money at the moment. And we might just have a quick look at the defences here as well. Just repair that one, but also move it and build another one of our towers. Okay, leave that one. And yeah, this will be interesting to see how we go in here. So this will be a fairly big fight, I think. So they're going to have a different type of this is a different type of battle in this particular one. Their ship here is going to cause issues for us. Now I'm going to move this one. I can only go low, so we really have to sort of keep this one out of the fight until we can get on top of things. They're going to send, I might even send this one out to the reserve and bring it in once we deal with this first one. So let's go and put that one into the reserve. So the reserve will have the bomber airship. So we'll bring that one back in later on. That means we've got all three of these, which we can then sort of at least set up like a block with our sort of brick type units, and then just go and kill off the others. Now we've got that's. Oh wow! It says automatic combat resolution. I can flee. Why would I flee? I think it's their fleet is the thing that's the problem. Let's play it out and see how we go. This bothers me actually. The fact that it thinks we're going to lose. So the Ross isn't there. So why no use Marines? Oh, there's so many different ways to play the game. So yeah, I'm not really worrying about those. You can actually have Marines that then take over other ships. It's going to be these small planes that are going to be the problem here. Let's just see how we go. If we start the... God, I'm sort of tempted to flee now. No, I'll start. See how we go. Now what they're going to do is they're going to launch their planes. This will be a big problem for us. So the Supreme Plague needs to also then go down to targeted fire. I'm going to make sure that these guys are all targeting this particular ship. And they're going to be attacking us all over the place. These will rip us apart a little bit. These guys here. So they'll start to, and if we go to the outside view, this is how we're going to be able to start to sort of see when damage is coming through. So Timmy is starting to now take damage from these guys. But we're smashing this one here. To stop this one, they're going to go back and give it refueling. So I might as well, like, the more we can destroy this, the better. Let's now move the Beacon across. And Supreme Plague as well. Just move that one over a little bit, just to try to keep things going. Timmy is taking minimal damage. No crew has been destroyed yet. We have to get to the point where we destroy pretty much all of their capacity to repair their small craft. You can see the this one's coming back in for to sort of fix itself up. So the more of the little craft that we can get rid of, the better. Which is good. We've done a good job there. These are still going, but they do need to go and fix themselves up at different times. Let's just move this one down. Just finish off, because these can still, even if everything else is gone, they can still replenish their small craft, but everything else is looking pretty good there. We'll just finish this off completely, and then we'll start to move in. Just really make sure that we've done this properly. So they're completely on fire. This thing is still going. Our little guys will do damage to this eventually. See how it's coming into land? That's what we have to stop. Looks like that's been destroyed. Alright, so if that's been destroyed, we've then got all of these different locations here. Now these, what do they have? We've been able to destroy the back one. We're not seeing anything tricky in here, I don't think. For all we know, there may be bombs that can expand above. But let's start to now move across, because I don't think we're going to, if we see another one fly out, it means that they've put out the fire and they've got one of these bays back up and running again, but I don't think they will. So let's just move this one across. Now the small arm fire here shouldn't really be able to do too much damage to our actual ships. Timmy as me took a little bit of damage, but nothing much really. Only superficial at this stage. Any armor damage? Just keep them all up there. And I think we'll activate our reserves now as well. So it's now coming back in. And it'll just wait for that one to come in as, sorry, if I go to the reserve and start to move it across as well. I'll just get it on top there to start with, just to bomb that particular one, just in case they're still actually active. This is good, we're smashing through this. Out of reserve. Okay, night is falling. Oh no, it's rain. Fires may go out on their own. No, there's no target there, so this has actually been destroyed. So there's nothing actually being built, that's just a husk. That's all that's left there. So the fires will now, will start to go out a lot. Probably won't really matter which one we start with here. So we'll just do it one at a time. In fact, if I go to the back one, and we'll just flip this one around. So just press the F key, and so we'll just move it all the way across, destroy this one with our bombs. Try to target it. There's dropping bombs as it goes. This should destroy these pretty readily. Okay, that was good. Move to the next one. drops, it can still be active. There we go. It's given up. All right, there we go. So we did take. I don't know why it was saying that we're going to lose that one badly. I was really worried when I saw that. I thought, I thought this was going to be fairly big. So actually, Cyberfully is saying, played this a couple of years ago back. Are there any changes? Yes, there are. There are a lot of changes in the game actually. I'll go through them actually, and we'll go through. So is there a new update for the game? No, but there's 60% off. So if you don't have the game and you like what you see, then yeah, at the moment with the War Game special that's on Steam, it's 60% off for the game. It's a great game. Anyway, essentially these have been, we've got a couple that have now surrendered. We'll just go and click on OK. Now this really does knock them out of the, we're going to do another gentle takeover because we do want this. And so this is actually now happening. I'm just going to pause that again. So attracted by territory gain, Commander Bertelli is available for recruitment. This one's pretty good. So fresh out of the academy. Maintenance cost is $5. We're actually now making 104. We have minus 10% cruise speed, minus 50% module flammability, minus 50% command cooldown. The important thing here is he can go into flank mode, which means that he can go across the map instantly, which is actually really cool. He does have pride. We'll just go and go to the details. So his experience, he gets +5 from a combat victory, +5 from a combat defeat. So he actually picks up experience no matter what he does. He gets +10 from a combat victory in his pride, +30 from receiving tribute, +40 from submission by another empire, -1 every other month. Sorry, every month he does lose 1 pride, -10 from a combat defeat. So we'll hire him. So he is, we're going to put him into, and the flanking maneuver here is really, really good. I'm just going to go and click on OK. What we'll do while this is all paused now is we'll go and give him to, oh yeah, we do have to go, that one should be, Nettacar should be, yeah, we're building that Radiant Fortress there anyway, so that's okay, we don't need to do that. So, Canata, we're going to do the gentle takeover here. So it's going to take a little bit of time for that one to sort of kick back in, but this one will then generate a lot of money for us. And we can pretty much just go straight off now and take this one here or even this one here ultimately. So I'll just leave it where it is for now, and then we'll sort of start to push our way through. We can besiege as well if we wanted to, which we don't need to. If I just go back into the fleet here, to the Beacon, well, I'm going to assign the captain. So I'll select this hero. So he's now in charge of the Beacon. And so Beacon will be able to now flip to the other side of the map. Sometimes it's good to have it on the bomb ships, but I'm going to keep him on this particular ship for now. Now we're going to need to operate here. So this one's coming back in. Let's see how they go with this one, with this attack, because this will be coming back in. Steampunk saying, any beans to spill from Hooded Horse on when Xenonauts 2 gets to full release? Haven't been able to find anything. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to. There's a game I'm allowed to show tomorrow, I think, actually with. Well, like it's a demo of one of their games coming up, which I'm not allowed to. I'm under embargo, so I'm not allowed to talk about it. But it looks pretty interesting, actually. So I'll probably end up playing that a little bit. I may just do a recording. So Beacon saying, "Who's riding on my back?" I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, so okay. Supreme Plague saying the ground, grass, trees, and background reminds me for some reason of a level in Lemmings on the Amiga 500. Yeah, so the Wolves saying those heavy muskets will rip up wood armour pretty badly. Yeah, actually, let's go through. There was a question about what's new in the game. So, first of all, they've really improved the way that the AI plays this particular mode. We are ruffle stomping our way through here, so it's we're doing pretty well with what we're doing. But it's that this mode has really turned into a very, very good combat mode, where it gives you can play either battles or in this case you can play this particular. Sort of more of a campaign mode, which I really enjoy. I didn't like it when the campaign mode first came out. It was really not that great. In fact, it was a really bad, and like it was not really bad. It was not fun to play, and there was mods that were made to try to make it better. But then eventually, the developer actually ended up sort of just working on it, and it got it to a point now where it's really, really good. So if you haven't played it for a few years, you'll find that this mode is so much better. It's got limitations as well, like it's not just the money, but also now the supply system is a limit where you really can't just rattle on and take over everything that you see. It used to be that you could do that, but that's no longer the case. So so that's another aspect about the game that is interesting. I'll keep all my ships where they are. I've got to be a little bit careful of TIS, actually. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the game itself now. So that's one thing. The actual the addition of heroes as well have actually also changed the way that combat sort of does work, and also governors of cities. So they either come in as captains or governors. And so we have, like, Imogen is the governor of this particular city. She gives different bonuses to the actual city itself. I can move her around if I needed to, but really, like, it's fine for where she actually is. So that's actually not really a problem. What else have we got that's sort of new in the game? I mean, there's been just lots and lots of polish changes. Oh, actually, this is big. Like, one thing that used to really drive me nuts was not having a ledger. I actually, because I speak not all the time with the developer, but back in, like, whenever I'm playing the game, I tend to talk with him a bit about the things that I really wish were in and changed in the game. And I asked for a ledger for so long, and they've now added it in. If we go and have a look up through here, this is the manual. Is it in here? I forget actually where it is. I'll just go back to the game. There is definitely a ledger now. God, I can't even think where it is. See if I can find it. Oh, this is embarrassing. After asking for it, now where the hell is it? Reputation, Empire. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Empire. So under this one through here, we've got like the budget that we're getting back through the ships. So now what you can see is you've now got this essentially like a ledger of what your holdings are, which is great, because what we can now sort of see is if there's any sort of problem at all, you can see there the experiences. These are sort of going up a level with what they've been doing, their locations, supplies. If there's any repairs required, it'll then show you any damage. So they've got that for ships, which is fantastic for managing ships this way. Cities are the same as well. And so you've got the income from the various cities. You've got the upgrades that have been done in the different cities, where they are in terms of defences. And so this here is also, this was added in because this was the area of the game that I really didn't like was not being able to immediately see when I had poor defences. So you can see that these are decent. This is ultimately damaged. So I can then go in and repair them, which is great. But at the moment, we're doing a gentle takeover. So Nettacar has got nothing really in it. So it's got 0 defences. And so we're slowly building the Radiant Fortress in through here. So that's going to be what's being built. So this screen here, for me, this was the one thing that was missing in the game. And I was so happy that he added this in. You'll see there the symbols as well. That before he added in the ledger like this, which I think this is great, he did actually add in the, and then we've got medals, for example, where we can give, if we can actually assign these to ships when they start to perform. Bonuses back and through here. So this is the different things that are actually affecting our gameplay, and the overall settings as well for the actual game itself. But these cities and ships ledgers I think are great, but you can also, before they came, he did actually add this in as well, which is to show defences. So from here you can see in a very quick snapshot of decent all the way through there. You can see that one's in through that other side. Weak, don't have anything weak. Damage, we have damage down in this way, and then none back over here. When the Radiant Fortress is built, so this map mode allows you to see a lot of things, and he did a lot of stuff with the actual map mode itself. Sorry, I'm actually covering where that is. Anyway, it's below where my head is. It's sort of like right below there. There's a little show defences button, which I do have covered. Show adjacency as well. This is actually important to sort of know what's adjacent to you, and so connected to the capital. And so anything that is connected, like this is actually considered adjacent because of that border there. So we do actually have a connection through there. This is important to like for movement and all sorts of, but also for money and so on and so forth as well. Actually, that one is still showing it's connected to the capital. Oh, it's connected through the road, through there. Disconnected from capital. If we had no access to something, that would be a bit of a problem. Connected to capital if conquered. So if I conquer any of these will then be connected to the capital. Back and through here, and I can also look at it from the perspective. This one through here is not adjacent to your lands. So even TIS, ultimately, because of the shipping lanes, I can actually end up with these being adjacent. So these can be quite important to sort of know what to do if you are going to be attacking anything. I can look at it from TIS's perspective and see what they have, so how it works for them, and sort of what they're doing. So they've actually, yeah, they're still coming in. They're still 5 days away. Showing unrest as well, so we can sort of see the various unrest. Nettacar does have unrest. The others are all okay at this point in time. Show alliances. No one's got any alliances from our perspective. Back and through here. So showing tribute. So at the moment we have, yeah. So they're paying? Yeah, they're paying tribute to us. So there is actually receiving. They're receiving tribute, paying tribute, and that's our lands in through there. So we're receiving tribute from that particular group. This here is the research treaties. So we've got research treaties back into this other side. Don't have them anywhere else. Trade treaties back through there, up this way as well. Down there, they're also trading with us. So these are all the different trade treaties that we end up having. The diplomatic relations, and so again, this sort of just very, very quickly sort of shows, you know, we're at war here, we're at war through here now as well. Peace, which means we can sort of declare war whenever we feel like it. Back and through here now as well. Back up here, or peace as well. So it's, anyway, that's the way that one sort of does work. You can see the various diplomatic relationships. So diplomatic relationships were also added into the game, in the sense that it was a free for all back in the early days, whereas now it's actually very, very much more structured. And then just going back to the normal map mode. So I'll keep it on the normal map mode, but those have changed a lot in the game and actually, you know, really improved the game. There's so many different things, you know, with the game that it's you know, has really, as I said before, there's just so much that does go on. Actually, if I go back into Hummeling, large port. Oh no, we don't want to destroy that. We can build the Fleet Academy. Throughout thorough training of officers, crew starts out as disciplined. So the crews are like, I don't know if I want that. Does it cost anything? Yeah, 10 maintenance. I think I'll keep it off for now. Just quickly go back to these. I can get the market to get more money. I'll go that way. And this one here, yeah, I won't bother with that one either. All right, so anyway, that's sort of like a bit of a it's a simple game in a lot of different ways, but yeah, the game for me has just improved and improved. Oh, okay. So yeah, Began saying, didn't you say some commander? Yeah, that's the Bertelli. Is the he ends up, if we can get him with enough fights and experience, when he upgrades into a very, very powerful commander. This group, I'll just let that one continue. Research completed into reinforced hulls. So I'll just pause that one for a second. Selecting the new research, and so reinforced hulls have been done. Now steel armor, the heavy wooden armor is actually the best one for us. This is actually very, very good. Now we've got free trade, scientific method. Yeah, right click to add to the queue. I like the idea of that one. The legs will then start to sort of then open up the other things down this way as well. We need that one before we can get the heavy cannon. Station and the spy agency. Won't worry about that one so much. The legs and the saw blades is fun. What do you get off? Yeah, I think I'll go scientific method. Where's the actual? Oh, there is tracks there. You'll go scientific method. Well, maybe we can get tanks. I didn't think we could. I think now that we've got the reinforced hulls, that's going to allow us to upgrade everything. So we'll now go in and you can see that with we should be able to do upgrades on the various ships. We may have to send them back. Oh, hang on, just pause that one for a second. That one's must be at war. It's moving down to declare to fight this one here. Do I want that to happen? Look, it won't matter that much, I don't think. We can actually still squeak around this way if we have to go on via land. Let's just have a quick look at the at building land ships and through here. What are we missing? The Defender version 2 is more powerful. The Defender has just got wheels, and these get broken. So I don't really want to go that way. The Imperator's got the big cannon. We don't have the cannon yet. This one here, I think, is the Defender. I'm just trying to see what's different here, and I'm guessing. I mean, these tracks here. I thought that they were actually something we had to wait for. Let's cancel that. Let's go and design the land ship. And so what we'll do through here is we'll actually go and open up one of those designs and just see what it is that's, just go and open it. So this is actually where you design the actual craft itself with everything that's inside it. I think it was actually, it's just insufficient funds. There's no, I think all the tech is actually fine. If we go back to armour, this is the different types. So the reinforced wooden armour is the one that we want. This is actually something as well, like understanding these are the different types of armour that are available, and we'll get different ones over time as well. So a wood wall, you can see through there, it just absorbs 3 piercing damage. Piercing damage is what is done by the rifles, and yeah, so the rifles will do piercing damage. So that's really only gives you minimal protection with wood. Wooden armour is going to give you 2 blast damage and 6 piercing damage. Reinforced wooden armour, which is now what we've just got, is 6 blast damage and 24 piercing damage. It's massively better. So this one requires the reinforced hulls tech, which is what we've just got. So we've just picked that one up. Steel wall, you can see that the interesting thing here is comparing this one to the others. So the weight is 16, the weight is 2 there. So it's going to make our ships much heavier, like a hell of a lot heavier, but so much better protection. The steel wall, back and through here as well, is fairly lightweight and does absorb 10 blast damage and but only 3 pierce damage. Blast damage is done through like with the grenades and things like that and bombs. Sandbags, so this is like doesn't cost anything to get sandbags. So this one does, but you can't put these on craft. They have to go on to. These can be used on the ground, so you can actually sort of create like a sandbag emplacement. Brick walls on the ground as well. You can see there the weight 45, very very heavy. Stone wall weight 100, but you know sort of does protect it reasonably well. So and then canvas wall doesn't do any protection at all. So that's sort of the different types that we end up having. If I go and open up one of the older designs, so the Defender. See, this is actually just using the original wooden armor. The reinforced wooden armor has been put onto the other ship. I'll just go and leave that. So I think it's just money is now stopping us from getting one of those other tanks, to be honest. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go back to these other ships though. We've still got the gentle takeover. Well, let's move just one of the ships back. Oh, gosh, yeah, let's move the Beacon back. So we'll just go and just get a compact list in here if we wanted to. But I'll deselect all, grab the Beacon, and move the Beacon back up into here. And so just only enough to get there will be enough. So we'll just move Beacon back up. So they've taken over that one. And we might as well take this as well, I'm thinking. There's no point just leaving it there. Oh, look, I'll wait until Beacon is sorted. Yeah, they've actually taken this as well. So TIS is becoming a much, much bigger problem for us. Oh, where are you off to? Damn it, it's heading that way. We're probably not going to get there in time, I don't think. Oh, hang on, I didn't send the Beacon. That was Timmy is Me was the one. Let's go and take this out if we can. Please get there first. Nope, they're going to get there just before me. So we can't do anything else there. Move that one back. Yeah, really nothing much we can do there. So there, we've got the spies active in their city. If you just view their actual city itself, that's interesting. Yeah, they've got wow, that's very, very powerful. So they've got some powerful areas in their city there. We don't know what their fleet is like. Okay, tributary center. Your advisors suggest forcing Axis Mundi to deliver their tribute in an elaborate ceremony designed to humiliate them and strengthen your reputation. I'm not going to. I'm just going to ignore that one. They want to cancel their treaty. They want to go for a trade treaty and a research treaty. I'll accept that, I think. And we'll ignore that. All right, so that will be fine because we now have a bigger threat here. This city, this group looks to be a lot more powerful than what we've been dealing with. Interesting to see how fast they travel. These guys really zip around all over the place. Okay, back in through here. So it is a Timmy for me. If we go into refit, so if we could do the refitting through here and add in the, and I'll probably we'll get the Beacon to also do it once we do this gentle takeover. So we're going to open up the attack ship version 2. Which we can then go and get. So the basic attack ship is what we have. But this one will be a more powerful version. I'm just trying to see what the difference is. The basic attack ship has got an extra cannon. We lose that cannon, but what do we gain? It's changing down the bottom there slightly. No, I think it's just animation that we're seeing there. I think it's been just because it's more powerful. Let's just go and open this one up. We go back to armor. Yeah, we can sort of see that this has now got the there's still some wooden armor there, but a lot of it's now this reinforced armor around the important parts of the ship. I'm happy with that. So we can just go back into paint maybe and just get that red. You can go down the bottom just to pick up the third arms colour. But that's not it. Sanguine. Ghouls. Yep, that looks like it. Alright, so we'll just save that one through there. For the for the middle there, I can just sort of change these a little bit. I'll make it the second arms colour. And then the first arms colour here. Oops. All right, that'll do us. So we'll save this design. There's that one through there, so we'll save it. And we'll refit. So Timmy for me is going into refits. Now actually back in through here, the large port can be constructed here for 600, large shipyard as well. So these are all things we do want to be doing. But we also want to get the other ships across into this new design. So we've done the general takeover. Get the beacon and refit the beacon. Open up that new one that we just got and refit. Alright, so that one's now done. That one's now done but doesn't have any supplies just yet. I wonder if I shouldn't get another supply ship as well. Actually, with what we have down through here, we're now going. We're not going to be able to go anywhere near as high as what we could before. So we'll go to Supreme Plague and do a refit here as well. So you can see there the overall look is a bit different with what we end up having. So we'll just do the refit for this one as well. Open up that new design and do the refit. Oh, they're reinforcing. Now, where are they going to go? I think we'll force the battle, actually. Can't afford. Actually, what I will do is I will go and get a supply ship in here. Move you back home. Okay, we can now move down into here. Need to watch what this one does. So I'm looking at my supplies, making sure I've got good supplies with that group to counter whatever this one does. I think what we'll do is we're up to 15 now. Oh, there we go. We're watching them build more ships. Let's just go and view this one and see what they end up building. So they're building ships that are going to be higher than ours. I don't know what they've got on. I think what we'll do is let's go and force this a little bit here. They're obviously strong because they've been able to go and do different things. Let's just go and leave that. Let's go and take Kulin Rover for now. So once Timmy for me gets back in there, we'll go off and do that one. Here they come again. So they're building up. Now I'm guessing that there's going to be more powerful ships in here. Now I've got another one that I can go and build. Let's go and build that as well. Yep, so we'll just go and build that one. So nobody's got this one named. Right, now, God, do we force the action? One thing we should be doing is looking at defences here. Need to repair you for now. Repair. So we just get those repaired, and then we'll also go and build. Oh, I must be out of money. So they're rattling through this. I think we will go off now and turn the supply ship off. If I just go back to the succinct list. Yeah, so they're all attached there. I'll just go and deselect the bomber as well. So we'll just get the three big attack ships. So we won't send the bomber in. We'll just go across to here to see what actually is going to happen here. I'm tempted to take that one. Let's just go and see what actually happens. Yeah, they're moving up to defend it. We don't know what we're going to be dealing with here. So, we'll see what happens. Alright, they've got 4 ships, we've got 3. Actually, we're not too much, you know, they're certainly higher than us. What can we see through here? Cannons, possibly bombs there, I'm guessing. Lots of cannons. Are they all cannons? Yeah, they're all. I think they're all cannons, or are they? Do ours look different? No, ours do look different than theirs. I don't know if that's just design or what it is. Actually, it may be a different type of weapon. I think. I forget what it actually is. So it says that there's no losses either way here, which is unusual. So we've got 2 of those. A big ship in the middle there. Unfortunately, they can get ahead of us. So we'll end up with you know, Commander Batelli is in the front here. Just move him back a little bit. I don't know if they've got Marines either. So we'll need to be a little bit wary of them. Yeah, they've got Captain Jazari. What does she do? Oh, okay. So what? So she's going to be able to she's going to be able to stop movement, I think, for a short period of time. I think that's how that one works. So we'll. And what about the defences that they've got? Just one. Really not much there to worry about. Well, this is going to be the important battle here, this fleet battle. So we'll get started. Lewis is saying, I like the idea of this game, but so far it hasn't clicked for me. Yeah, a lot of people say that, actually. A lot of people say it. So Mally is saying, great video, Daz. Thanks for that. Been wishing the game for a while on the fence. Great to see DasTactic's cover while it's on sale. Yeah, they're 60% off at the moment. I thought I'd play a game that was on special today because of the... I mean, I do play a lot of war games, and this, as soon as I started going through the list and I saw this one, I thought, oh, I haven't played that for a while. I really do enjoy this game. All right, let's get started. So we've got 3 named ships in here, I think. Yeah, we've got 3 named ships going up against their 4 ships. We don't know how competent they will be. Let's just get started and see what actually happens. They are using cannons. But we don't know what this one's going to do. So I'm going to start to move Timmy as me as back away from this island because we may need to make use of the island. Let's leave the others where they are. What are they going to do? Bombs, right. So we have bombs that we have to deal with this one here. This is the beacon. At least it's not Marines, to be honest. So bombs can be a bit all over the place. So I don't really want to be on top of the various ships. Let's just move them into different positions and spread them out a little bit. Now that's a second bomb ship there. I'm not sure why it's hovering back. As long as we sort of stay out of their way, we should be all right. And we've still got movement here. It's now moving back off again. Let's now move forward. Just see which one this one goes for. That one's coming down below. What we can do here is we can actually ram this with the bottom areas if we wanted to try to sort of keep it down low, but it's moving very, very quickly. I'll just move it to try to sort of stop it. This one's now going to be firing at, and it's going to go. You can go through that area there. Let's move forward. Keep the beacon back. A couple there that smashed. Oh, that's actually completely smashed into us and blown the bottom out of the Supreme Plague. So we've still got all of the people there, but we have now suffered a bit into this other side. This one is coming after the beacon. Now we can use this flank, instantly move the ship to the far side of the enemy if we need to, but we don't want to do that just yet. Hopefully that one goes away before we suffer too much damage in through here. So we've unfortunately the Supreme Plague has now taken damage. Let's keep on moving the beacon back. Supreme Plague may be lost here. Better flip this one around. They're firing at each other there. Supreme Plague is now starting to lose members. Still firing away at things. Might just get them to target these other ships just while it's here. And the beacon. Go to target that one. And we're going to flip that. Supreme Plague is still actually active, which is good. This one has suffered a bit as well. Trouble here now is that we're going to end up with bombs all over us. Let's keep them going. Now, when that one starts to move, we're going to have to move the beacon off. Here it comes. So let's move the beacon down to here and flip it. Doing some damage there. Oh, that was bad. I'll move and flip back this way. Right, let's have a look and see what sort of damage has been done here. So, still got all of our people. Let's just have a quick look at the outside view. It's not terrible. It's not terrible on there. There's a bit of damage done to the outside. What about down in here? Supreme Plague has taken the worst damage, and Timmy is me is a bit of damage there as well. But yeah, so we're just going to have to be a bit careful there. I might just I'll just go turn the outside view back on off again. This one here, unfortunately, we're not doing enough damage to it. We can see there the like these are the bomb bays that they've got. They've got a few of them, and this one here we've been sort of lucky. Like Supreme Plague did actually manage to collect it, which has then stopped. Like they've got bombers in there, but they can't use them because they've smashed into the Supreme Plague. So anyway, let's unport. Actually, let's go to quarter speed so we can see everything happening in slow-mo. So it's now moving across. This is going to be a problem. Let's go and move this one back again. And then we'll do a flip here. Just try to keep this one focusing on Began. It needs to move and flip. Flip first, G. Okay, we've got things falling off our ship. More bombs. Flip first. Trouble here is that this one now is I'm going to try to push this one back. And we can't really move it. Oh, good. They're suffering damage. Keep that one coming. So a bit of damage done to this one, but not still. It's now the suspendium chambers are coming down. Let's just move back again. I don't want to be connected to it. We've just lost our. Actually, have all of them lost it? No, we've still got them there. That's okay. I thought we'd just lost our guy here, which will be able to do a lot of damage. So this thing is basically dead. We do have a fire on the Began. So what will happen here is the Began will now just rush off. The guys on the Began will run around and grab the water, put the fire out. But this is good. We've sort of now done a lot of damage down that way. Let's try to move forward in this case. So bombs. Good. Just can't move back or forward here with what's happening. So we've been able to push the bombs to explode and do friendly fire, but we still need to. This thing's unfortunately going to just fall on top of the Supreme Plague when it does go. This is good-ish. Let's go back and now move forward again here, away from. If this one's going to fall, like with different things happening to it, we'll move out of its way. The Began just needs to keep on finishing this thing off. island. Damn, these bombs are going to hurt. Try to push it down. Get them to explode above us. Which they are, that's good. And now we'll move, wait for the bombs to start falling again. Oh, this thing is now coming behind us. Still firing at this one, so we'll keep that one going. We'll now move this one up. Flip and do it first. I'm gonna finish this thing off now. As soon as the bombs start to fall, we're going to have to move up. Good. That's a bomb bay that just blew up. Unfortunately, if it falls now, it's going to fall on top of our ship. Vegan has taken a bit of damage to his structure. This is dangerous because it's going to fall right on top of the Supreme Plague. Let's see if we can go up. Whoa, yes. Alright, we just avoided that one. Only just. This one is now struggling. And we'll move and flip this one. I don't know, looks like we're still waiting for it to come good. Fire going on here, and the Timmy is for me. Timmy is me, losing crew members. I'll put that fire out. Water is going down. Come on, you need to flip, move, flip, do it straight away. Get this one really close action. Okay, so I think we're basically down to 2. This one has connected itself to us. Now, I can't really do much about that one. What I can do is try to move it across to, for example, here. Oh, there we go. We've gotten rid of it. In that case, we will have to sort of move that one across. This one here has still got the fire. The back end with the engine. This thing is ripping us apart a bit here. We need to focus on these ships. This thing keeps on coming up. Keeps on ramming us. Supreme Plague has just taken another ram damage here. I should have moved it when I know I didn't have the opportunity to. Definitely want to target this ship. Get out of there. Beacon's taking damage now. Kill that one off if we can. This thing's burning. Get off there, get off there. Move, flip, do it straight away, and just go up. We're stuck on this island. Move back. Beacon's still in pretty good shape. Just can't dislodge ourselves from this island. Ah, there we are. we're off now. Good. He's now sorted that one out. So that's pretty much been destroyed. Let's see if we can smash this one into the ground. It's burning. Flip, 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 flip. Okay, we'll just do a move, flip, do it now. Just move that one back into here somewhere. I'm almost better to just leave this one where it is. That one. Okay, this is good. We're not able to do much. Burning things falling from above. We're slowly pushing it back. Push this one again. So Began is taking more damage. We've still got all of our crew. So where's the target? All I can see is smoke. I'm not sure who's saying that one. But they've got fires burning. They're raging through this ship now. This one as well is taking damage. So we seems to be working relatively well. Just going to have to keep this one sort of at bay. But I try to make sure that this one can still keep on flying, otherwise we're going to be stuck here. What have we got at the back here? We've just got that one location. On the other side of that island, which has been such a problem for us. Beacon's down to half its ammo. It's now going to get lightning storms. Beware of lightning. So the fires will go out, unfortunately. Been hit by lightning. Just do a zoom to fit. I know. Still go back this way. Oh, that was smoke screen that they had there before. This thing is still taking damage. This is good. Things are blowing up. Timmy is me is doing a good job here. I'm glad that we got our armour up. I think that saved our bacon here with this fight. Man down. What are we down to? 27. Still got 28 there on the Beacon. So this is Captain Jazarai has put out a smoke screen. We haven't used Beacon's special ability just yet. We don't want to do that until we've dealt with this ship. I think even with the smoke screen, we're still getting through this. Certainly smashing this. Down to 87 ammo. This one's still actually active. We may have to use the beacon to destroy that as well. Yeah, so a lot of that is just smoke screen, I think. Come on, do the damage. Moving closer. Get a bit more accuracy. Trouble here is we're going to start throwing the grenades, I think, and then that's going to potentially cause problems for our ship. There it is. Yeah, they're going to start to throw these grenades down, but if they're inaccurate, it's going to be friendly fire. Okay, ammo is getting low. Yeah, coal is getting low. Ready for command. Yep, that's okay. Disciplined crew. Yeah, we're doing damage to this thing, but just not a lot. Okay, we're no longer, this is no longer actually active, I don't think. You can see there, this is under control, that's the enemy. That's no longer an enemy. That one's still an enemy. And the smoke screen is now gone. Okay, beacon, fire away. Good, more damage being done to this. We can still actually go up if we stop sitting on top of it here. There's nothing else firing down. I just want to move away from doing damage to the Supreme Plague. Now we're getting fires. Which you have to be very careful of. Although they've got no more. Oh, it still looks like they've still got bomb bays. Just got to keep it where it is. They're completely out of coal now, so their coal fires, coal areas have been completely destroyed. Come on, we need to kill this thing off. Move across and destroy this thing once and for all. Beacon's still got 50 odd, 60 ammo left. Need to just do the damage here. This thing's still pushing it back. Still edging it along the ground. I'll just go back to normal speed. Should be able to smash that one now. Lift chamber offline, so we've got no more lift with the coal gone. Come on, do the damage here, guys. Down to 36 ammo. Good. Let's brought it down a little bit. Now let's really compress it in. Let's do it down to 27. Oh, I meant to... still firing at us. The wind is being used, I think. I think that this commander has now used the wind factor that it has. Let's just keep on going. We've got 24 ammo left in Timmy as me, and we need to close the gap, but it's not actually able to do it. Your coal is almost completely gone. Okay, we need to take this one out. So we've got 11 coal with this one. Right. Now that's still going to not fall directly on top of the Supreme Plague, I don't think. Yes, no, it will. Okay, get out of there, Supreme Plague. Oh, we got him. That's it. We actually won. We won! Yay! I think they've given up. I think that's what's going on there. So that's the end of them. There we go. Wow. That was victory. That was a pretty tight victory for us. Supreme Plague was destroyed. I'm sorry, Supreme Plague. You are gone. That was, even though you fought to the bitter end, we do have to ban you, I'm afraid. Any final words before you are dispatched? So I'm pretty sure there's nothing else we can do there. Combat stats. Yeah, our accuracy was low. Their accuracy was even worse, actually, but that's okay. But yeah, the accuracy was very, very low for what we do because of the smoke screens. So Cygnus is saying, for the Empire, yeah, epic battle. It was pretty cool, actually. That was a good one. That's even with losing the one ship, we've been able to pretty much destroy their ability to keep on doing things. So yes, we're saying, well, that was fun. Yes. So farewell, Supreme Plague. Don't think there's any the ship stats. Vegan. Oh, this is just what they all did. Timmy is me and Supreme Plague in through there. Accuracy was low, but that was because of the damage that was taken, and you were sort of miles away from everything, just trying to sort of do what you could do. Heaps of damage taken. 1,688. Wow, Began actually took more damage. 2413, but you took damage to your critical components there. Timmy as me took damage taken. Wow, 4,000. Wow, that's even more again. Yeah, Began only did 3,000 damage out. Timmy is me ended up doing. Actually, where did it do it? It did 5,000 of 1,600 to modules. Supreme Plague damage dealt 26, module damage 800. Actually, no, here we go. It was actually 3,000 module damage. So the Began did actually end up doing the more damage in that sense. Anyway, let's ban Supreme Plague. So farewell with his hist held high. Right, there we go. So Supreme Plague has been banned. That rain ruined everything. It did indeed, but we still got the win. And we are very, very badly damaged. So we're just going to click on OK. So that was a victory for us there. Now, we do need to go back and repair. I'm wondering about whether we bother with a gentle takeover. Yeah, let's go and do another gentle takeover here. I'll just pause that again, and we need to get home. So we've only got the Began and the Timmy as me, so we go back to Canata. Now we need to get the other ship that is being built, the attack ship version 2. Again, if anyone wants that one, just redeem the name and we'll you can have it. So the others are limp home. So a bit of repair work required, nothing too bad. So yeah, so unfortunately we lost the Supreme Plague at that point. So we'll just go back in for repairs. Only 14 for the Timmy is me, and Began is only 13. So very, very cheap to get those repaired. Orangutans has redeemed another one in the industry there as well. So we've got this one now is done. The attack ship. Rename. So this one is going to be Orangutans Library. There we go. And we'll be wanting to get this one down as well, down to the action. So I'll leave the supply ship back there, just so we've got it there, and we'll move this one down. Might just move that straight over to here, actually, to Kulingovorod. Now this is going to be Tis or Abton Dys. I think we'll go Abton Dys and take this one from them. Go as much as possible in terms of the supply to get there. And where are they off to? Nothing much. Writers penned a series of popular novels depicting the heroism of Hummeling and the foul deeds of Tis. A wider distribution would boost morale and damage the reputation of Tis. Mass produce them. +4 grievances from Tis, -3 reputation for Tis, -200. National fervour, -10 unrest in all towns and cities for 12 months. Great. Now, Nettacar has now got, if we go back to the view of showing the defences, you can see it now on the side there. These are all fine. This one is not, actually. So I just wanted to sort of see where we were with everything. So Canata, we need to go and repair. Like this is actually, if we go back into their defences here, yeah, actually we never built what we needed to build. So the other ships are just sitting here waiting for things to be done. So we'll just go into building. That'll do us. And then that will get, at the moment these are considered to be weak at Canata. So you can see there, I've now moved that across the side. So weak defences at Canata. We just need to bolster that one up and get it up a bit higher. Now Tis we can see the inside of, so we should have a look at that one. View the city. There's a bit there, a lot of cannons. This is very hard. This will be a very hard one to take. We'll take Abton Dys because this has actually been in the wars a bit. Now we've got the Began, Timmy is me, and the bomber airship and a supply ship are all available now. So let's go and move them across into here, and then we'll wait for the next one and go in with everything. Now they're going to have to the age of plague. Okay, so this is the next age that's come along. Horrible plague has arisen in Capridge and is poised to spread across the land. So plague spreads from place to place. Plague increases unrest. Plague lowers income and production. Build hospitals and doctors' offices. Research to find a vaccine. So this is going to be this is a difficult one, a difficult age. We do get an extra. No, we've only got 2 spies available, so we don't get any more spies. I'm just going to go and can we build doctors' offices? There's a hospital. Don't have enough money for it. Yeah, so we need to build this one first in our capital, the hospital. So we'll go and do that when we can. still haven't built a ship yet. Research complete. Now we have pressurized suspendium dust tank and the university as well. So attracted by the development of scientific method, Tau is available for recruitment. Let's have a look and see who Tau is. I'll have to do that in just a minute. Just select the research first. So, whoops, I always do that. So I don't like that's one thing I don't like about the game is you've got to use the WASD keys to move around in here. If you use the scroll wheel, it compresses it, which is annoying. Now, what else would we want to get? Imperial Cannon wouldn't be bad. Optics is always good as well. Get more accuracy. Might get the Imperial Cannon, I think. Oh, hang on. I'll just have a look and see what she's got. Plus 10 research from the Empire. Yeah, okay, we'll hire her. And, okay, and we'll just go and put her in Canata. Alright, so she'll be in charge there. So we have our group in through here now. So the Timmy is me, the Began and Orangutan's library. Let's go and now take on this one here. So we'll take on Abton Dys. There's nothing that they can do to protect themselves. We don't know what to expect here. Uncontested victory, there we go. So defensive pact, yeah, we'll do that one. That's worked out well for us. I'm glad that we've done this. Accept the offer. Just do a gentle takeover. So they had nothing there, no defences there at all. And you can see there that with everything we're doing, his experience and pride is going up with the victories that we're getting. So if we just go and look at these again, Commander Bertelli, experience is the experience is going up slowly. Pride hasn't gone up as much as I thought there would be, but that's okay. I thought we'd get more. Well, we know that TIS is going to be a difficult one. I'll go to Sodvale. Just send the whole lot off. Or do we just stay where we are? So Kuhlenrod is now, we can now go back in through here as well. That lasted a fairly long time. So it's got different sorts of gun areas in through here, plus a ballista. And we'll just go and build a building. Yeah, that combination there will end up being good. Leave. Okay, so they'll get built. And TIS, I really can't take their capital for quite some time. The supply that we have here, maybe we just leave that, just let the supply build up a little bit first. There we go. First one has now been repaired. Shining Tower being built. Now, that one should have actually also been pretty good by now. So we've got one of these here. We'll grab a second one as well. I'll place a second one there. Build the hospital. Make offer from so they want to pay us tribute. This one again, the pride due to receiving tribute is actually an important one. Yeah, look, we don't have to go any further at the moment. How powerful are they? They really only sort of have that. If I just move that one back to the map mode. Oh, this isn't theirs anyway. Okay, well no, we are. They're down to just their original 3. So they're back in here again. So yes, we'll accept this. Okay, so his pride is now up to 60, which is good. And guys, I'm looking at the time. I'm actually going to have to start to wind up. Oh, thank you there, Pravan, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Saying cheers for the stream this fine afternoon. This is a great little game, guys. If you are wanting it, I'll read through the comments. I mean, we've now won our wars. That ship design I've got, I really like it a lot. You can, depending on who you play as well, ships can do all sorts of different things. There's different ways of playing the game. I should play it differently. I should actually start from scratch sometime and have a different sort of focus. But I always try to go for high armor with cannons. There are many, many different ways to play the game. So Sharan is saying, wait, is this the same game as by the guy who made High Fleet? No, it's not. This is pretty much the main game of this particular developer. He also has recently made another game where it's sort of like more of a little attack game. Hi Northrex, how you going? So just read through more of the comments. There's a fair few there that actually. Where did I get up to? Is there a new update? No, not really. I mean, there's constant updates, but they're not. The game just keeps on improving, so slowly over time. I don't know when the last update was for this game. Cyberfully saying played this a couple of years back. Any changes? We've done that one. 90 Snow Mad is saying been wishlisting this game for a while on defence. Great to see DasTactic coverage while it's on sale. Yeah, so hopefully it'll sort of clear up your mind. It's actually one thing we didn't show was the actual ship design and ship building. What I might do is I might just finish off with that, just so you can sort of see what it's like. So let's just say, for example, that, I'll just read the comments and we'll just go back and do it. I like the idea of this game, but so far it hasn't clicked. We did that one before. Dominion 6 is on sale. I think I'll buy it. How different this is on compared to 5? Dom 6 is vastly different to 5. When 5 came out, there was a question, is 5 vastly different to 4? And there was an argument that it wasn't. I thought it was different enough, but between 6 and 5, it really is a lot of differences, like a hell of a lot. So yes, it's not a different game, but there's a lot more in it in 6. So 6 is definitely much more different and better than 5. 5 was a lot more easy to play in the sense of its user interface, believe it or not, than what 4 was, and so it was a lot more polish was done in that capacity. But the underlying mechanics were the same. But 6 is definitely the one to go with, and it was pretty much right from the start. Even though it looks the same, it actually plays very, very differently. Skettic saying hi there. The rain ruined everything, and. The Belaus are saying thanks. I didn't know about this game. Now it's going on my wish list. Well, it's 60% off for the next few days. So just be aware of that. That's a good deal for the game. That's why I thought I'd show it actually. When I saw it was on special, I thought, oh well, show that one, because I was going to play Age of Wonders, but then I thought no, I'll show this one here. Let's just quickly go through, because one thing we didn't do. All we've been doing is just using my old designs. Let's go and I'll show you how designs actually do work. So we're getting metallurgy at the moment. We've got a little bit of, what have we picked up so far? If we just go back down through the list. We've got reinforced hulls, which allows us to do different things. We've got scientific method. Let's go and build something with the pressurized suspendium dust tanks that we end up getting from this particular technology. Let's just go and leave. We've got to go back through a city, and then we'll design a ship. So with the ship in through here, so it does sort of guide you through how to do it. So to get started, select a module from the list and click the blank screen below to add it. The ship's service ceiling is dangerously low. So there's all sorts of different aspects about it. Let's just go and have a look at the at what we ended up having there. So if we've got modules selected, we've got modules, we've got armor, we've got paint, we've got decorations. So you can sort of make it look all sorts of different weird and wonderful ways. If we go back down, I'm just going to get rid of the solid shapes. We're going to go to, in this case, a lift, because we just got the suspendium chambers. which is this one here, I think. Actually, we've got the small, got them. Actually, where was it? Actually, what was the? I'll just leave for a second. What did we pick up? Pressurized suspendium dust tank. Okay, so let's go back. Well, I don't think I've ever built a ship with that one. So let's go and do that one. So we'll go and design a ship. So we do actually have the. There should be pressurized. Here we go. So we've got the pressurized suspendium dust tank in through here. So this one is, requires scientific method tier 2 is what we end up getting through here. So the way that the game with the airships works is that you've got the suspendium dust is like you build essentially your airships using these suspendium dust areas. But if we go to this one here and just go and add this one in. So this is pressurized, which I'm guessing it sort of means that there's more of it. So we'll just go back in through this other side. It's given it a name of an adjuster in this instance. I'll just go and throw 3 in there for now. That's not going to be really anything for us to do anything with this ship itself, but we'll just go back this way. So suspendium dust particles repel each other. Yep, giving it lift. This one generates 1400 lift. That one there generates 300. So actually we don't even need all of those. If I just go and ditch those, just right click and just get rid of them. So we'll just get one of them as a pressurized suspendium dust tank. Actually, that's pretty good. I didn't realize that they were like that. So let's go back and start with the basics and just start to build things. So there are, like the lift that we're going to have, essentially we've got this pressurized suspendium dust tank in through there. We'll leave that one where that is. We need to have a bridge. So anything with this, like it does need some sort of propulsion. It needs some sort of bridge. And so you'll see that this ship has no propulsion, insufficient funds to build this ship at this stage, which is okay. Tenor is saying, do you enjoy playing any city builders like Citadelum? I haven't played much Citadelum, actually. Northrex is saying, doing good. Thanks for asking. Hopefully the other day is good for you as well. I've got a busy day today. A busy day. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll start with the bridge. You can see there that a bridge is required. There's also different size bridges. Like if we have a look at command and crew, they'll be more fleshed out. So we've got sort of like the bridge through there. The cockpit can also be used where you just get a single one. But let's just start with the bridge. And I can move things around once I get them going. So I'll just go and place a bridge underneath there. And so the bridge is really where you have the command. It needs to have crew, so we can just go back up to the... So most of your basic stuff you can just pick up from in here. So the crew quarters will be here. I'm just going to throw them on here for now. So it needs propulsion, so we need to have a propeller. I'll just go and throw one on the back, and that's the direction. Like you can't put it there, you can't. So it's got to have a clear area to be able to then move back through. You see how it's also the corridor isn't connected in through here either. So we'll end up sort of doing a bit of a reshuffle once we get it all going. Now we've got wooden supply hatches and steel supply hatches. These are important for the amount of supply that you can get to your ship. So essentially, way in and out for supplies and people, you need at least one of these. Now, the bigger the ship, the more of these we're going to end up getting. They need to also be on a level, so I'll just put that one there for now. So we'll come back for more of it. This one, to drive this propeller, I can use sails or I can use propellers. Should we use sails? Maybe we'll use sails. Let's get rid of the propeller. Oops, hang on. And just get rid of that one. So there's no sails in the simple stuff, but if I go down to propulsion, we should then find different types of sails that we can then make use of. So let's go and use a doe sail. Just go and throw that one there for now. This one needs to have access, so that's not in the right sort of spot, so we will have to have access to the sail itself. But this will now allow us to then move. Modules are not mutually accessible. That one there, insufficient funds, that's okay. So technically we've almost got what we needed. If I just go and actually don't have any these areas don't actually move up. This that one's still not connected as such. I've got these guys connected. These don't have to be connected, but see how there's ladders going up, but there's no ladders going out this way. So what we'll do is we'll go to a corridor with a ladder. I'll just go and throw one of them in somewhere. If I have that, I can then start to move these guys here, for example, and get the connection that way. That's actually that's a viable ship, believe it or not. With what we end up having, it's going to cost me 262 to actually build this particular one. So the crew will then go up that particular area. We can get other things as well, like there's we can start to look up the different overlays. So we have so that's pathing that's on there at the moment. Hit points, just sort of showing what sort of hit points we've got. Water access, nothing there. Repair tools, nothing. Ammunition, nothing. Coal, nothing. Explosion damage, we can take a lot of damage in with the bridge. The crew quarters, not so much. Horizontal drag. This is actually showing how sort of streamlined the ship is, and we can change this, because the more away from the green that we get, the slower the ship will then go. So we've got 41 drag, reducing the ship by 31%, and then we've got vertical drag as well. So this one reducing speed by 61% if we're trying to crash down and do different things. Let's continue on building. We'll just go and get rid of the overlays for now. You can also filter text as well, so you can sort of see tier 1 text or whatever else. You notice that there's a difference back over this other side. Anyway, let's just leave that one where that is. We'll just get rid of the text filters. There's a lot of stuff here, which is very, very awesome. So anyway, let's just go back and keep on going. So we've got the quarters, the ammo store. We're going to need ammo. I'll just go and throw an ammo store in any old place at this point in time. We've got the bridge repair bay for fixing things up. We'll just go and throw that one in the side there. We've got grenades. We've got muskets. Should have rifles actually. I'll just get rid of that one and go back down to the weapons. Oops, it's resources. This is weapons here. So we have grenades, muskets, ballistas. Yes, we've only got muskets at this stage. Plus, should have cannons. Where are they? Have I got the filter text still on? No, that's not on. That's strange. This is yeah, I've got to have that one on, sorry. That was when you first start, that's what we ended up having with it. So we'll just leave that one there. So yeah, so now we'll end up with having, even in basic, we're going to end up with rifles. Rifles are better than muskets. So we'll just pop a couple of rifles in as well. Just throw a couple in through there, for example, and maybe a cannon. So they need to also be able to fire to the front. So Orangutan's saying, aren't you researching metallurgy now? Yes, I am, but that's like at the moment, this is what we currently have at this point in time. So in basic sense, we don't need the coal store, because we're actually using sails to propel the ship. We need to connect this one up. We do actually have an ammo store. Other things that we're going to be looking to get will be we've got repairs. If there's a fire, we need to make sure that that's going to be, like, we've got a fire point there. So we'll just go and throw that in as well. Let's go and throw that one back there, for example. And is that all we need? I'm just trying to think of what else we would require here. In fact, what I can do is I can actually just get rid of this guy and pop that one, oops, back up in there. So the cannon could actually end up going there. The rifle, I can move that one across to this other side. In this case, I can now start to sort of shuffle things around. If I use just in case like different things get smashed, if I go with a corridor with a ladder, I can throw that one in there. That's going to then give me connection up to the bridge. The bridge is actually in a little bit of a dangerous position there, so I'm going to move that one back down into the center of the ship. So I'm just going to go into the repair bay, move that one. Oh, I didn't mean to right click there. Just right click that one. Move the bridge into the center. So we've still got access up back up the top here as well. Now we do have the other dust tank. The water, I probably want to keep that one fairly central. If we just go back to the repair bay again, throw that one back in there. And we'd be wanting to try to get more ladders. So let's go with a corridor with a ladder through here as well, just to get the ladder to go back up the top. We do have the steel supply hatch in the middle there, which is actually okay. I could even move that one back to this position. And then I can move this one back as well, just to move that one across into that position there as with what it's doing. At the back end, I might just use the pressurized suspendium tank to go to there. Now this is not accessible. Actually, sorry, this isn't accessible up the top through here. So we need to now start to connect all of these different things in. If we use that tank there, I wonder if that would actually be okay. Let's just see how we go with this. If we go and put another sail in, is it going to work? No, it won't work. I haven't come out of the bottom of the ship. But we still need to get this one connected. So we've got, and you can see there's all sorts of things like massive engines, and also you can build massive ships. So if we go with the leaf propulsion, this is going to be ugly as all anything, but anyway, we'll just go back and grab corridor with ladder. That will then give me the connection. So it's now just funds is the only real problem. So if we go and have a look at the overlays again, hit points, water we have connection to, repair tools we have connection to, ammunition we have enough, coal we're not using, explosion damage, yeah, a bit of a problem. Horizontal drag is 7 drag, so it's only 8% reduction in speed, so it will actually travel fairly fast, and then vertical drag won't really matter that much. But this is let's leave this as our basic look to what we're doing. Let's now go and build the we've got the solid shapes, and so what we can now do is start to sort of create an area where we end up making this ship a bit more sort of a bit more clean in the way it sort of is now operating. So I'm going to go and build a this should be a 2-1. I can then just go and you can see it's the X to flip, C to flip vertically. So I can just do that one, throw that one into there. I can this one's a 3, so I'll just go to 3x1 and flip that one. So we can start to sort of then build the areas. If we go and move, I'm just going to move this one off for now. Get another corridor. Actually, I've got other things as well, but I'll use the corridor with ladder in that area and put the sail back in through here. Throw that one in there in that side, and I will put some more protections back along here as well, I think. So if it's going to increase the weight of the ship. In fact, what I could do is actually put the suspendium chamber further up. I'll go to the second one of it. Like it provides a mountain of lift. Actually, I will leave it down. I'll leave it there, but we'll protect it. So we'll end up with the we'll go with the 1-4. And this is X to flip it, C to flip it that way. And then we just have the filler block. And then we need a 2-1. And so that's a pretty basic little design. It's only 608 cost for this one, so it's fairly cheap. We can then go, that's the modules, if we go to the armour on the outside. So the ship at the moment is just using a wooden wall, I think. No, it's just using wooden wall. No, wooden armour. is what it's using by default, which doesn't have any real weight, but let's go and let's make it all with reinforced wooden armour. So this is now going to have a lot stronger weight. Now I can sort of fill this one if I'm wanting to, I can sort of just go and fill the area. I think I forget how to do that, but there is a way to fill the whole lot. Yeah, that's pretty much now got it, everything. I can then sort of, I've put in steel walls in here if I wanted to as well. But that's just with what we sort of got through that side. Then we've got the paint. So if you're wanting to use just your logo colours, you got them down the bottom through here. So I'll just go and paint a black stripe there and a black stripe at the top. And then the second arm's colour. And the third arm's colour. And then we have decorations. So some of these are cool to have, like the I'll put a steel plate on for the actual name. So I'll put the name in the middle there. So that will then just be for when the ship does have its name, that will then show up there at that point. That's the nameplates. You've got heraldry as well. So tiny coat of arms. So we can just sort of put like a tiny coat of arms on the actual ship itself as well. You can just go crazy with all this stuff. Like there's all sorts of different, like tiny pendant, for example. These don't cost money. These are just purely decorative. And so they'll end up sort of making the ship. So I can actually make this one also go at the bottom, so I can see and just have it so that it actually attaches to the base of the ship as well. So you can sort of do a lot of things with this one, and then really just go to town, making it into something that looks interesting. You've got lights, you've got fins. So if we go, here we are. So that's called the adjuster. We'll just rename it to the pressure. There we are. So we'll just go and click on OK. And so we don't have the funds to do it. Its ceiling is dangerously low. Let's just get rid of the overlays. Okay, service ceiling basically means its height. It's got so much weight that it can't lift itself. So we'd have to go back to modules again. And if I right click on this one through here, place it, and then place another one. That solves that problem. Let's go and get rid of this. Let's go and move this one across. Alright, so it's just funds now, the only thing with that one. So we've got the pressure tanks back in through that other side. These do explode easily, unfortunately, so it's not I wouldn't recommend this ship, but anyway, that's the one. So if we just go and save the design, I'll just go save, leave, and so if we wanted to, it then becomes available for us to then go and build that particular ship eventually. So there's the pressure there for it's going to cost $937 in the end. So it's not going to be a good ship though. Anyway, but it is a ship, so that just goes through. So Beamsam saying you're a yacht designer, Daz, looks great. It is a fun game, even just with that sort of stuff. So you can really go to town with your ship designs, and there, as I said, there's also a lot of designs available online as well in the Steam Workshop. Anyway, guys, we're going to have to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow. That will be Fortress Friday, so we'll be playing some Dwarf Fortress, I think. I'll catch you then if you're around.